Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your man's Kanji Bonum here, back at it with another video, and today, you're probably wondering, how did this hometown diehard Bulls fan, this motherfucker who has his intro, outro, DeRozan jersey, and basically most of his identity of supporting the Bulls, end up being a LeBron fan? Like, if you had checked out my channel before I shifted most of my Bulls content to this channel called Bulls Cyclopedia, links in the description, like half of my uploads I posted were around the Chicago Bulls, and if you know me well, you know how hard I ride for my guys like Zach and P. Will. So today I'm going to explain what eventually got me to this point and why I now have LeBron as my GOAT. So let's get into it. So before getting into it, it's probably best that I show y'all my history of being a basketball fan so that you guys can fully grasp the reason why I'm like this. So you know, in the beginning, I said I've been supporting the Bulls my whole life, right? Well, that is true, but I did not become like a real diehard Bulls fan until the start of the 2016-2017 season. Like I've said earlier, because I really wasn't interested in basketball in general until the 2016 finals admittedly, like I still tune into Bulls games from time to time, but it was more of just something that my brother just put on, and I wasn't really too heavily invested into the game. It's like the relationship with the Black Clock right now, like yeah, I tune in, but mostly for Bedard and just saying I could watch Bedard and all that. But yeah, it's basically like that, so that explains why I never really had a hatred for LeBron, cause trust me, if I was a diehard fan back at around those days, those early 2010 playoffs exits, man, I hate LeBron, dog. Like all of our playoff exits, aside from like 2014 and 2009, 2012 doesn't count, were all from LeBron. Like, god damn, that motherfucker just ran a train on us, no homo. But getting back on topic, I never really hated LeBron. In fact, I had admiration for LeBron because of that 2016 finals run. But at the time though, I still had Jordan as my GOAT because not only am I loyal, very loyal to my franchise, but also it's just a consensus opinion if we're being real. I had the dude's poster on my wall. I rocked Jordans outside at a time where I wasn't even into shoes like that. And even went as so far to create a Jordan burner account, which I've deleted, and fighting for hours with Bron fans on why Jordan was the GOAT. Shit used to be toxic, not gonna lie. I was deep in, but I always had respect for LeBron though. I wasn't like one of these old heads that just mindlessly hate on him, which I'll get back to in a further portion of the video.
Looking to the front court. Here's LeBron James. Head fire. Ball game. He did it. LeBron James wins it for Cleveland.
So yeah, that's my background. But yeah, life continues. I'm becoming more of an NBA fan day by day, getting more intrigued and more inspired by the sport. During this era, the Bulls were not good, to put it lightly. Like, I still watch the majority of the games, but I wasn't just strictly watching Bulls game like I am now. I'm watching the Saturday prime times, the Sunday showcases, NBA on ESPN. Like, I was really locked into the NBA at that point. And if you know live television, there's always a certain man that will always get airtime and lace his shoes up. And I'd say it's a good factor into what I became now. But when the 2018 playoffs got rolling, man.
His seventh 40-point game of these playoffs. Steps, tries it again. Puts it in! As the shot clock expires, LeBron James with 44. Timeout Boston.
Oh my goodness, that man LeBron put on the most impressive individual run I've yet to see. Still to this day, I hadn't had more fun watching an individual player dominate aside from maybe 2021 April Curry and 2022 February DeMar. But bro was hitting step backs, game winners, post-ups, posters. It was truly a spectacle of basketball I am very blessed to watch in person. Now, this playoff series didn't push the needle from LeBron being my GOAT, but it allowed me time and energy to really digest and understand some of the more fraudulent arguments that Jordan fans use to hate on Bron. Like, I don't understand if you watch that playoff run and use it as a detriment to LeBron's career just because he didn't make it to the finals and didn't capitalize on a ring, with Jeff Green as his fucking second best player against arguably the greatest formed team in NBA history. Like, my nigga, look at this promo. How niggas are gonna use this against LeBron is still wild to me.
6 threes by Paul George. 4-second difference. LeBron on the fly. Got his own miss and puts it up and in. LeBron James.
But boom, life goes on. I'm chilling. Bron goes to the Lakers. At the time, it was pretty exciting because I was a huge Lonzo fan back in the day, and still am. And plus, the Lakers have always been my second favorite team. Of course, it's nowhere in comparison to my love for the Bulls, but gun to my face and someone asked me to root for any other team in the NBA aside from the Bulls, and it'd probably be the Lakers. So that 2019 season happened. LeBron isn't the Iron Man player he used to be, and his co-star in Lonzo got injured. So that portion was rough. But then 2020 happened.
We build different, dog. We build different. LeBron, say it with your chest.
Well, everything obviously so different this year, but one consistent thing is a great play from LeBron James.
It never gets old being on this stage. That's what I work my tail off for. It will never get old to me. I just try to take full advantage of it while I can.
Yeah! Let's go!
He's having one of the longest primes in sports history.
You notice
That man LeBron was on a mission. After the unfortunate passing of Kobe Bryant that year, you knew LeBron was going to turn up, and mama, that 2020 playoffs run was incredible. Yeah, it was no 2018 run. In fact, some people didn't even have Bron as the best player, but he was still as dominant as he usually was and managed to capture the 2020 Finals MVP and the championship.
Coming to the end of the third quarter. LeBron James, a shot at history.
Now at this point of the video, this is where most people would think LeBron became my GOAT. You know, the first time in American sports history a man was able to capture 3 different Finals MVPs on 3 different teams, but that is not the case. The moment where I held LeBron as the GOAT is that I really don't have a moment, to be honest. I think it's just a collection of a few things. First off, it's me not being insecure of what others think of me. You know, as teenagers we were all insecure at one point at a time, but during this time I really started maturing and started forming my own opinions on certain stuff. And then second off, just witnessing all the greatness LeBron has presented me through the years. You know, the amount of records, the amount of milestones, just the pure excellence LeBron has continued to distribute throughout the years that just really made me think on one day in 2022, just watching a random Lakers game, in a game where LeBron wasn't even going berserk in, I just decided this man was the GOAT. I already thought peak-wise, on an individual standpoint, LeBron was a better overall player than Jordan, but it was Jordan's aura and legacy that pushed the needle for me. But looking at things from an objective standpoint, LeBron has just such a large legacy on the game as Jordan. Now sure, I will admit, Jordan still has more of a global influence and input across the globe. But Bron, man, he's been a consistent top 3 NBA player since I was born. Like, that's not the only reason why I got, but like, thinking of that is just wild. But yeah, this man has truly revolutionized what it means to be a complete player. And I think when it's all said and done, in the future, people are going to look at Jordan and LeBron's careers respectfully, and even though Bron may not have as much rings or MVPs, people are going to look at LeBron's career and see how legendary and filled LeBron's total bag is, and eventually I think LeBron will be crowned as the consensus GOAT. Or it would be way more swayed than what it's currently at, because whenever you look at the complete dominance, Jordan dominated a good part of the 80s and the entire 90s. LeBron has dominated the league for around 3 decades now, and if he's able to capture another ring this decade, man, it'd be something. It'd be something for real. But yeah, that's my full breakdown of how I went from a Jordan fanboy to a Bron fan. I didn't even get to go over how Jordan's fan base turned me off from MJ's aura and the complete hypocrisy in the fandom that led me towards LeBron's side. But I'll save it for another video. If you still have Jordan as the GOAT, that's a-okay. And if you have Bron as the GOAT, that's a-okay too. At the end of the day, this battle is a subjective opinion that is fun to have, and you know, in the comments, tell me if I was spot on and if this video made sense, or if I completely missed the mark and if it made sense. If you want to go subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content, you know I'm going to be pushing more of these commentary type videos every week. And yeah, have a good day and cue that music.